What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now today is August 1st, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we're going to start off here in Washington, D.C., and we will finish up the video in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be right here at the base of ops. Here we go.
Hello, Agent.
Now, our first item is going to be the mechanical animal. This is the named assault rifle with future perfection. And this week it comes with magazine size. Now, the amazing thing about these named items is that you do not have to worry about changing the talent or anything like that. As long as you can find one with decent attributes, you can just recalibrate whatever you want on the bottom and you're good to go. For example, right here, magazine size, just recalibrate it to either damage to targets out of cover or armor damage. And then just optimize that assault rifle damage from 11.7 to 15, and you are good to go. Next up, we have a MP7 with accuracy and measured. Not bad for a MP7, but it already shoots, little marshmallows, and then adding measured onto that will only lower that base damage even further for half of the magazine. So I don't know if that really would be worth it. Next, we have a PDR with damage targets out of cover and sadist. Very nice combination. And then a 586 Magnum with 14.8 on that pistol damage. Really nice with crit hit damage and eyeless. Looking at the gear items, we have a Petrov backpack with armor regen, weapon handling, and creeping death. And then finally a China Light chest piece with gunslinger. Oh, skill damage and status effects. Okay. So what you could do with this one is just recalibrate that talent off for whatever it is you want for your skill build. You could go kinetic momentum, you could go glass cannon, you could go mad bomber, you could go explosive delivery, you could do whatever your heart desires. But having that skill damage with the status effects is perfect for an explosive damage build because remember, your Stinger Hive is explosive damage and status effects. Your explosive Seeker Mine is also status effects and explosive damage as well. So utilizing those with a China Light chest piece would be pretty good. Now looking at the mods, we have a crit chance 4.4, drone armor repair 6.4, turret health 7.7, and sticky bomb burn duration of 4%. Must buys from the base of ops. Sad to say, not really. Not in my opinion. I mean, the China Light, and I explained why, but that would be it. So if you need that China Light for like an explosive damage skill build, there you go. All right, now just a reminder, you can see this guy's arm right here. Polarity switch is activated right now. And it's not my favorite global event, but maybe we'll cover it in a future video. All right, here is your countdown vendor. All right, now your countdown vendor gives you 3 named items. The first one is the Glory Days. Now, the Glory Days is the named P416 with perfect nearsighted, and it comes with swap speed. This is a great weapon for PvE players that have I don't know, an insecurity or like a stability accuracy issue where it's not really it is the weapon. And a lot of people they might be like, hey man, I can't hit a headshot from 2 feet away. How are you even doing that? Well, a good practice would be to use a weapon like this with perfect nearsighted that gives you 100% stability. And then that way you can practice your headshots and then move on to another weapon that has, crappy stability. Because a lot of these weapons, to be honest, they have different recoil patterns and different accuracy patterns. And if you can't, you have to really focus on grouping your shots. And this weapon would definitely help. Next, we have a battery pack. This is the named Empress backpack with perfectly calculated. and it comes with skill damage. Now, a lot of people love using this because of that skill cooldown reduction. So you could easily just recalibrate that health off for skill haste and get that skill cooldown even further down. And this could be perfect for like a turret drone or maybe like a seeker mine type of build. And then finally, we have a backup boomstick. And this one comes with that 17% shotgun damage. We have the armor damage. This one also comes with headshot. Very nice. Ooh, and close and personal. I'm going to say this is a must buy. Reason being, it's the exact same one I have right now. If you have been watching any of my build videos for the last couple years, this has been my sidearm of choice because it's a double tap kill anything. It's insanely strong. Now what I would say do, just copy the one I have on the right and just recalibrate that headshot for damage to targets at a cover and then just optimize those attributes to max. Now mine is expertise level 16, but you can see it'll get that damage right around 1.5 million. It's really nice. Not bad at all. Okay, backup boomstick at the countdown vendor. Really nice. Now, our last vendor at the base of ops is going to be the clan vendor. And then just a reminder to all of you trying to join the DoD, we do have, we only have one clan per platform. So we do have quite a number of people that, try to get into the clan. Just note that we do cycle players in and out of each of those clans because of inactivity or what have you. So don't be upset if you don't get a clan invite, within 24 hours because a lot of our clans are currently full. I mean, just here, we're at 50 right now on Xbox, so we're full currently here. So just wait patiently, and we will send out messages whenever we are cycling in for new active players. But for DoD on Xbox, just add me and send me a message. PlayStation and PC, you can hit me up either on PlayStation or Discord. All right, here is your clan vendor.
Do you want some?
Starting with the Relic. This is the new named marksman rifle with perfect determined. And it does have decent attributes. I would just recalibrate that swap speed off for damage targets at a cover. For your gear set items, we have a Umbra holster with weapon handling, Aces and Eights knee pads with armor regen, and Aces and Eights mask with explosive resistance. For the high-end items, we have a M700 tactical with swap speed and spike, custom PF45 with crit chance and optimist, and a Negev with stability and reformation. Looking at the gear items, we have a Uzina mask with max armor, armor regen, and skill hate. This is a good mask. Pick up this mask. The Uzina Getica, that brand set bonus, just for the one piece would give you 5% total armor. So putting this on, keep the armor regen, and then just recalibrate that skill haste for whatever it is you want. You could go crit chance, headshot, hazard. You could do anything. But this is a great mask to use, most definitely. And it's here at the Clan Vendor. Providence gloves with crit hit damage and hazard. This, again, a good item to pick up. You can recalibrate that hazard off for crit chance and have double crit Providence gloves right there. Just optimize that weapon damage to max. These are great gloves. Alps mask. Skill damage and skill haste. With the repair skills from the Alps Summit, I would just recalibrate the skill damage for repair skills, and you can put this on a healer build. And then, ooh, man, I do not like the talent, though. I don't like the talent. Um, these, in my opinion, would be like God rolled for Richter and Kaiser. Armor Regen and Hazard with the Richter and Kaiser. Put that with the incoming repairs and the explosive resistance with, like, say, the Catharsis. I mean, it's perfect, but I do not like that composure. because you have to switch off that skill tier. So then you would be forced to use composure, and that's just not a talent that I'm willing to recommend. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 17.4, shock resistance 8.9, headshot 8.3, and decoy health of 6.5. Now, clan vendor must buys the relic, just switch the bottom attribute. Usina mask, just switch out that skill haste. Providence gloves, just switch out the hazard to make it double crit. And then the Alps mask, just switch out the skill damage for repair skills.
I'm happy that
All
worked
right,
out.
that is it for the base of ops. Now we're going to go west and then we will double back east. Our first stop will be the campus. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, here we go. Campus. Run. Alrighty. Campus vendor, big money, big money.
Great to see you, Agent.
The relic again. Okay. Named marksman rifle, perfect determined. This one with accuracy. Covert SRS with max marksman rifle damage, swap speed, and determined. That's really good. But you would have to recalibrate the swap speed off for damage targets at a cover. But that is a good one if you like this marksman rifle. Next, we have a Stoner LAMG with swap speed and overwhelm. A China Light mask with skill damage and crit hit damage. Very nice. And then a Wyvern holster with status effects and armor regen. For the China Light mask, just switch off the crit hit damage for skill haste or status effects, and you can put it on any skill build. And then the Wyvern holster, you could switch off the armor regen for skill damage and put that on a skill build. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.4, chem launcher damage 4.1, hive duration 4.1, pulse radius 8.6, and trap duration of 4.1. Must buys from the campus. I mean, not really must buys, but if you like the covert SRS, this is a good one. The China Light and the Wyvern only if you need it for a skill build. All right. So that is that. Now let's take our talents to the Dark Zone. First one, Dark Zone West. West. Here we go. Here we go. Now, just a reminder, each of these Dark Zone vendors require DZ resources for currency. So go to your inventory, toggle over to resources, and just above your keys will be your Dark Zone resources. For example, right here, I have $2.99 out of $9.99. So I have a little bit to buy a few things, but if not, I'm going to have to go back into the Dark Zone and either pick up those little blue boxes or deconstruct contaminated items and then extract the DZ resources that way. But all right, here we go. DZ West. Starting with the Harmony, this is a fan favorite named rifle with perfectly in sync. Now this one does come with stability, so I would recalibrate that stability off for damage targets at a cover or armor damage, whichever one you want. But here it is at DZ West. This will forever be a must-buy. Again, I know it is a fan favorite, so if you do not have one or you need a new one, here you go, DZ West. Next, we have a custom M870 with magazine size and vindictive, and then a SOCOM M1A with max armor damage and strained. Looking at the gear items, we have tip of the spear gloves with crit hit damage, tip of the spear knee pads with health, electric gloves with headshot damage and armor regen, and then finally Richter and Kaiser knee pads with headshot and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have Disrupt Resistance 8.6, Seeker Mind Skill Haste 4.9, Shield Deflector Damage 4.3, Firefly +1 max target, and Decoy Health of 6%. Now, must-buys from Dark Zone West would be the Harmony named rifle, perfectly in sync. Pick it up, right meow. All right, next stop is going to be Dark Zone South. Here we go, here we go, here we go. There we go. All right, now big money, no whammies. No whammies.
It's very good to see you.
Starting with the Door Kicker's Knock, this is the named Group O chest with perfect spark, weapon handling, and explosive resistance. Next, we have a Banshee SMG with armor damage and breadbasket, followed by a F2000 with sledgehammer and crit hit damage. And then finally, a PX4 Storm Type T with swap speed and spike. Looking at the gear items, we have a Cavalier backpack with status effects, Heartbreaker chest piece with hazard, Heligard backpack with safeguard, crit chance, and headshot damage, and then finally a Sokolov concerned chest piece with status effects, armor regen, and gunslinger. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.3, drone armor repair 6.3, turret damage 4.3, and sticky bomb blast radius of 5.0. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ South. Not really, to be honest. I mean, I do like this Heligard backpack, but the armor is fairly low, and you would have to recalibrate that talent, forcing you to keep the crit chance and headshot. You would have to optimize all those attributes. But here it is, DZ South.
There's always a deal.
And before we go to DZ West or DZ East, my bad, we do have to go to the castle settlement. Now, I found out it is easier and quicker to just fast travel to the descent entrance.
Combat simulation program active.
And then you have to run over here and pet ransom, right?
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
All right, it looks like the food bowl is fixed this week. However, there is no food in the bowl. I do not see a water bowl. But the dog seems to be happy. All right, take care, ransom. And castle settlement vendor. Here we go with their loud music. All right, the new reliable. This is the named RPK with perfectly optimized, and it comes with crit chance. Then we have a SRS A1 with crit hit damage and perpetuation, followed by a black market M60 with max LMG damage, armor damage, and frenzy. Wow, this is a really good black market M60. Pick this one up. I wouldn't change anything on it. In fact, I would just max out the damage targets at a cover and then optimize that armor damage to max. Really good, really good. Highly recommend. The black market M60 was nerfed way back in year 2. However, with the low RPM and high magazine size, it does pack a heavy punch with that high total damage. Looking at the gear items, we have a Araldi mask with armor regen and status effects, and then a Araldi holster with repair skills and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.3, chem launcher +1 ammo, hive +4 stinger, pulse cone size 6.4, and trap shock radius of 5.8. Now, must buys, things to look for from the castle settlement. The M60 is a nice one to pick up. That's actually about it. I mean, the new reliable, but you would have to optimize the LMG and targets to add a cover because you'd have to recalibrate that crit chance for damage to armor. I don't know. Up to you. And that is it for the castle. And our last stop for the Dark Zones is going to be Dark Zone East. Now, for Dark Zone East, I do not go to the main entrance. I go to the Alpha checkpoint because it's actually quicker to just exit out of this checkpoint right here. Let's see. Literally took, what, 2 seconds? Because if you go to the main entrance, it'll fast travel you way out there. All right. Here you go. DZ East. Big money, big money.
Looking for anything in particular?
Starting with the White Death, this is the named marksman rifle with that high headshot damage. Comes with steady-handed and magazine size. Pass. Paratrooper SVD with stability and spike. Nope. A classic M60 with max armor damage and in sync. It's like they're trying to push the M60s this week. Looking at the gear items, we have a Aces and Eights mask with armor regen, a Eclipse Protocol holster with repair skills, Electric mask with crit chance and health. And then finally a Uzina holster with skill haste and health. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, Chem launcher skill haste 5.9, Hive damage 4.3, Pulse health 14.5, and Trap shock radius of 5.9. Now, must buys things to look for from DZ East. Nah, not really.
Thanks for doing business.
Hold on. Yeah, not really. Okay. And our last stop of Washington, D.C. is going to be the theater. The theater. Usually we get some good pickups from this guy, but we'll see. It's very hit and miss. All right, come on. Come on with it, man. Big money, big money, big money.
Looking for something specific?
The lefty. Interesting. Okay. So if you do not have the lefty, here's one to pick up right now. What you would have to do though is recalibrate that crit hit damage off for damage targets at a cover, but it is the new named ACS-12 with perfect sledgehammer. Next we have a SASG-12 with swap speed and in sync, followed by a UIC-15 mod 2 with headshot and determined. I mean, that's a nice combination. Now, looking at the gear items, we have Hanayu gloves with armor regen headshot, and then Providence knee pads with crit hit damage and repair skills. But again, with the Providence, you could easily just recalibrate the repair skills off for crit chance, and then do double crit Providence to go with the other Providence. And yeah, there you go. Looking at the mods, we have Burn Resistance 8.4, Seeker Mine Health 6.4, Shield Holstered Regen 4.2, Firefly Speed 8.2, and Trap Health of 6. Decoy Health, my bad, of 6.0. Must buys from the theater. Lefty, if you don't have it. I mean, the UIC if you like headshots, and the Providence if you want double crit.
Thanks for the business.
All right, that is it for Washington, D.C. Let's finish up in New York and get out of here. There are only 2 vendors left. Marco at the top of the escalator, and then Roy Benitez just outside. But if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. What the hell are you waiting on? Come on.
Safe area
Support the
detected.
channel by subscribing. We do Division content every single day. Here we go. Marco.
Agent, you looking to
Starting with the P90. This one with swap speed and Optimist. Optimist is good with the P90, having that really high RPM. I would just say take off the swap speed for, you guessed it, damage targets at a cover. Next, we have a SR1 with health, damage, and reformation. A 1886 with magazine size and in sync. And then a Magnum with strained and accuracy. Looking at the gear items, we have a Group O chest with headshot, skill damage, and empathic resolve. Badger gloves with crit damage, skill haste. And a Heliguard mask with health and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10%, disorient resistance 8.2, shield deflector damage 4.2, chem launcher radius 5.9, and trap shock radius of 5.8. Now, must buys from Marco, really not. I wouldn't say any of them are must buys. All right, so that leads us to our last vendor of the video, Roy Benitez. But wait, you got to pet the dog, interact with the dog, check the bowl. Does he have food? He does have food. This dog has food and a water bowl, and he has a rug with pillows. You see the pillows in the doghouse? Look at all this. This dog's happy. Not only that, but this dog has multiple interactions. So look, if we do it again, oh, get it? Oh, now he's playing with us. Look at that. Very cute. All right, Roy Benitez, give us something good, man. Starting with the MP5 with stability and perpetuation. Black market RPK with health damage and flatline. Okay. 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 Interesting. I might want to look at that. Switch off the health damage for armor damage. Obviously, it has the long underbarrel rail. Put it with technician and the linked laser pointer. Thank me later. Next, we have a LVOAC with armor damage and eyeless, and then a police magnum with health damage and sledgehammer. Looking at the gear items, we have a Wyvern backpack with adrenaline rush, headshot, and skill haste. A Providence pair of gloves with crit chance and health. Again, just switch off the health for crit hit damage. You could do double crit. And then Golden Gear holster with skill haste and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10%, crit chance 4.5, Secret Mine health 6.4, Hive plus 4 repair charges, and Sticky Bomb damage of 6.4. Now, must buys from Roy Benitez, not really any must buys in my opinion. You could easily pick up the RPK if you want to try it out. It's really not the best weapon in the world, but it could do some serious damage. And then the Providence, obviously, you could do the double crit, just like the other Providence gloves and Providence knee pads that I showed you earlier. But that's it. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. And if so, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Support the channel. I am Kamikazevondoom, and that is your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for August 1st. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.